Check it out. This is Australia's largest python, the scrub python or the amethyst python.
And look, he's looking at you straight in the eye. An amazing creature. And believe it or not, they do actually get bigger than this. This one weighs 30 kilograms, but they make it to almost 5 metres long and a lot heavier than what this one is. So
how do you feel having that coiled around your neck there,
giving me a nice little
nice
cuddle.
And comfortable?
It's like a little kind of a massage.
I love the feel of snakes, and this one is really smooth. Some people think they're slimy, but they couldn't be more wrong. They actually have very dry
Give it a go one time. If you're at a place like Currumbin Sanctuary, you do get the chance to get up close and personal, and it is an amazing thing to be this close to such a creature that you would never normally go near in the wild.
I've never touched a snake like this before. This is my first time meeting one of these guys. I'm very happy.
Well, very, very special, and we have some more special things coming up on Totally Wild right after the break.
Well, I don't think my dirty sock's going to have too much of an impact on the local fish population, but for large-scale commercial fishing, that can be a different story.
Air cannons, rubber band rockets, power from fruit, even a giant pendulum. And you can do it all yourself. And mix the two together. Well, there goes. Scope, 7:30 Mondays.
V-Smile Motion from VTech gets your kids into the game. With a range of cartridges, the more they move, the more they learn. So the skills your kids develop stay with them long after the game is over. V-Smile Motion from VTech.
Nothing beats summer and a Wahoo pool party with mad new Wahoo Splats designs. Getting wet, getting wild, getting Wahoo. In stores now.
Meet Jack. He loves to put things together. That's why Fisher-Price created Trio, the only easy-to-use building system with 3 unique tools, bricks, sticks and special picture panels, so he can build his creativity. Trio clicks together and really stays together. It builds just about everything, especially imaginations. New Trio, only from Fisher-Price.
Lighter, more extreme, more air. Introducing the new Ripstick Air Pro. It's like nothing you've ever ridden. The Ripstick Air Pro. Get yours today. Also available the original Ripstick and Ripstick G.
Check the wildest Yoho skill sports. Diablo, spin sticks, LED poi, juggling balls. All come with demo CD-ROMs. Technique, skills and style. Yoho Skilled Energy Sports from Brits and Pieces.
Since 1990, the St George Foundation has been building a brighter future for kids in need, giving them a reason to smile.
I heart you.
Will you help us to brighten their future?
Prawns, crabs, fish. The ocean provides some of the yummiest foods around, and a good dose of seafood can be part of a healthy diet.
Oh, he's on! He's on! And... oh no, hang on a minute. It's just my bait. Well, I don't think my dirty sock's going to have too much of an impact on the local fish population, but for large-scale commercial fishing, that can be a different story. All right, mate, bring Mama home some grub. Let's go. And...
when it comes to larger fishing operations, we have to be careful not to catch too much, because overfishing can upset the balance of life in our oceans. But how much is too much? Well, to uncover the answer to that question, we need to ask some experts who are helping the fishing industry stay sustainable.
Cameron, how do we figure out what a safe level of fishing actually is?
Well, we need to do research on the key commercial species like fish and crustaceans. That can be a combination of aquarium experiments, laboratory experiments, and also field studies.
Field research is one of the best ways to learn more about the health of the wild population of a certain species. Regular surveys can tell us if numbers are increasing or decreasing over time, or if certain locations are better habitats than others.
We do population surveys for several key commercial species. Recently, we just did one for blue crabs.
what we do is we go out and we set pots out, we collect all the animals, we measure their size and their sex, and then we compare those numbers between years to see if the population numbers are increasing or decreasing.
Cameron, we're surrounded by tanks. I'm assuming that they're to do with the experiments?
Yeah, that's right. We've got lots of different aquarium experiments here with different fish species and crustacean species. And the more that we can learn from these tank experiments, the better that we can manage the wild resource.
Okay, right. Now, obviously, big tanks, big fish. What about the little ones, mate? What have you got stuck in there?
Yeah, in some of those small tanks at the moment, we've got juvenile prawns.
Okay.
And we've just been doing a study trying to understand the life cycle of those prawns a little better.
Prawns go through several distinct phases in their life. They start out as tiny, free-swimming larvae moved about by ocean currents. After a couple of weeks, they settle on mudflats for a few months, and then once they reach adult size, they move further out to deeper waters.
Cameron, what have we learnt about these prawns?
Well, we've learned that when the water is warmer, the larval stage tends to be shorter. That means that more prawns will survive through to become juveniles.
Okay, right. And I guess there's a whole point to this research. I mean, why is it good for us to know this?
Well, understanding the reproductive cycle and the life stages of prawns helps us to get a better understanding about the population dynamics of the species.
Cameron, I love prawns, but I have to say, I like the bigger ones a little bit better. What's going on here, mate? Look at you, you're all wet.
Yeah, well, these are crayfish. And the beautiful deep red colour on these crayfish is more popular with the Chinese people, where most of these get exported. And most of these crays are caught in the shallows, and in the deep they tend to be a lot whiter. So we've been trying to do studies to see what happens if you bring crays from the offshore to the inshore, and they tend to change colour and they stay pretty much where they've been released. So at the end of the day, it's really good because it prevents us from overfishing the inshore reefs and allows it to be a bit more sustainable.
Okay, right. How sustainable is your shirt there, mate? You're a little bit wet, I think.
Cameron's work with the South Australian Research and Development Institute gives the fisheries and the government access to all the latest information, helping them to come up with management plans for the fishing industry.
And the end result is that we can continue to enjoy our fish and chips while the oceans remain a place of diverse and abundant life. That's some good fish.